He said, Johnny, you got to give us the World Cup. And he gave it to us. The problem was it wasn't in the next 4 years. It was in 6 years and 7 years, so I wouldn't be president. I said, you know, I got the Olympics, I got the World Cup, and I won't be president. And then all of a sudden I realized I am going to be president during the Olympics and the World Cup. It's amazing.
President Trump tonight celebrating not one, but two major global sporting events hosted here in the United States within the next 2 years. To talk about one of them, let's bring in Fox Sports soccer analyst Alexi Lalas. Alexi, great to see you.
Greetings, Mike, my Jersey, Greek, and Rutgers friend. Hello from the West Coast.
So we're 6 weeks out from the World Cup. I'm curious what you're picking up about our U.S. men's national team that we're so excited about.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some cautious optimism about this team doing good things this summer for a number of reasons. They're a very talented team. They're a team that has matured from the previous World Cup. And, you know, not to grumpy old man this, but this is a generation that's been given absolutely everything. I'm actually very proud of all the resources and opportunities that they've been given, which means we should expect more. And there's nothing better than a World Cup except for one thing, Mike, and that is a home World Cup. And there is magic in a home World Cup. And if they're able to harness this, I think we'll see something special and hopefully something magic and things that we haven't seen before.
The matches are spread nicely around the country, none here in the D.C. swamp. Oh, well. The U.S. team in the group stage will play on the West Coast against Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. What do you expect to be the biggest test?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned and you showed the map. It's good because obviously there's huge distances. And what we've tried to do with this World Cup is to keep people and teams regionalized. And so the U.S. will play those matches, like you mentioned, on the West Coast in terms of the group stage and then make their way across the country the farther they go in the tournament. You got to start off strong. And so this Paraguay game, just a couple miles down the road here in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, it's huge. It sets the tone for the World Cup. But again, you should expect more from this team. I'm tired of expecting less from this team. And again, it's not Pollyanna. It's not idealistic. This is a team that you should expect to win the group and then go on to the knockout rounds.
The final roster of the U.S. team, my understanding is, won't be announced until late May. Is that too late?
No. I mean, I think that Mauricio Pochettino, the coach, is taking his time, and he understands in the the greatest sense of Herb Brooks and other great coaches that it's not the best players, it's the best collection of players. I think he's taking his time and having all of the data to pick that 26-man roster.
All right, then there's the pricey ticket issue. 17 matches are sold out, but seats for some major powers like Argentina and Brazil are still available if you're willing to fork out some serious cash. Does that worry you that perhaps most diehard fans won't be able to afford to be there?
Yeah, I would love if all the tickets were free and everybody who wanted to go to a World Cup game could. Obviously, that's a little idealistic, and that's certainly not going to happen. I think you'd agree with me that in life and in business, balance is important.
Sure.
You know, so on the one side, you have to look at FIFA, and they say they have a fiduciary responsibility, and they do, to raise money that's going to pay for their next 4-year cycle. I think more than 80% of all of the programs for all of their different members, and that's important. But also, you don't want to kill the golden goose. And this is on our watch. And so if the stands aren't full, if it's perceived as not a successful World Cup, FIFA's going to move on. And this is just a warning to all of us. It's going to be a reflection on me, on you, on the sport of soccer, on our country, and yes, on President Trump. And he is going to go down, I'm convinced, as the soccer president. There's never been more soccer that's emanated from the White House and the Oval Office. And I love that he's engaged. But again, it's going to be a reflection on him. And you don't want to be the guy that messed up the World Cup. I think it's going to be not just a great World Cup and not just the biggest World Cup ever in history, but also one of the biggest cultural events in history.
And let's be clear, a lot of the great opportunities for this generation of player was built by guys like you from the '94 team. Alexi Lalas, great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Shucks. You say the nicest things.
See you, buddy.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.